Hello guys and gals and welcome to Lumberjack Dynasty. I'm Buddy 1927 and today I was supposed to have a doctor's appointment, but after I finished my live stream and some things, I got a phone call that my doctor's appointment has been canceled. And the reason behind that is because there are some severe weather coming towards us this afternoon, and it's already raining, but it's supposed to be high winds, severe thunderstorms, possible hail, possible tornadoes. So the doctor's office decided is going to close at noon today, mainly because of the severe weather. They didn't want to take a chance with their employees, so they closed at noon. My appointment was at 1, so it was rescheduled. My appointment has been rescheduled to next Thursday. I forgot to check that, yeah. To next Thursday, since this is the last one we put in. We got 17. Okay. Since my appointment has been scheduled. Whoa. I'm all out of control here. Where am I going? I think I'm going to this piece of property. Bought this. I don't think, yeah, we haven't finished that yet, so we'll go to the first piece of property we started at. And I'm going to take the shortcut here because this vehicle doesn't go that fast. There we go. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm live streaming today. This to get another episode in. I'm in the process of doing different videos now for the weekend and on days where I'm not live streaming. So we're working on that right now. So I'm hoping y'all check out the videos when I upload them. I'm looking at like maybe 11 o'clock, maybe around 10 o'clock now. I'll say 10 o'clock. Get them uploaded at 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturdays and Sundays, and then this and on the days that I am not live streaming. So check them out. I'm looking at Gold Rush as one of the videos, and I'm looking at maybe another game. I haven't decided which one yet, but at least this weekend it will be Gold Rush. And I'm stuck on the fence. Come on. Hi there. You don't mind me pulling out in front of you. So we're just gonna play and see what goes on. The rest of the day we are going to be cutting down trees so we can get some more pallets of birch planks. So we're going to where we started cutting down first, and then we'll get these loaded up in the truck. And I can't remember, do I go across. I'm going this way, so I need to go this way. And then cut down this road. We got all the dailies done last time, and then we just cut up here. And this is where the trees that we are going to cut down. We cut down a whole bunch already. We have, according to this, 6 birch and 14 oak, so we've got 20 trees in total to cut down. So let me just go ahead and start here. So I know we can hold 20 trees, 20 birch trees on here, no problem. There's no more oak trees. There was a spruce tree here, and we have gotten rid of the spruce tree. So everything that's left is birch. So it's going to be around 20 trees left over. And I am going to be clearing out so we can see at least where the trees are. Where the logs are. Because it's getting a little, the grass is getting a little deeper out here. So, falling. Let the tree do what it does. Okay. Cut down this tree. My mouse wouldn't move. Okay, it's moving now. You had some glitches yesterday, and I think we're having some glitches today. Okay, so cut down this tree. We might just be able to get the trees cut down and cut up today, and then tomorrow we'll come back and pick up the trees and put them in the river, or if we got a full truckload, just bring it with us. Oh, there's the stump. Okay, cut down this tree next. So how is everybody doing today? I'm doing great because I didn't have to go to the doctor. I'm not doing great because this tree just fell where I did not want it to fall. So before I cut it up, I need to move it. Let me cut the branches off first. Okay, then we'll just roll it this way. Okay, and cut that here. Get this stuff out, cut this stuff out. Now, let's cut this grass along here. Get that stump out. Okay. Yeah, then we'll cut those three. And we got that log truck holds a lot of logs. So we're gonna cut down all these trees. And why are you falling that way? I do not want you to fall that way. I want you to fall a completely opposite way. Turn this down. Okay, so let's take this. Okay, and I'll cut this tree down. Hey, Virginia. How are you today? Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Yes, I am. Okay. Yeah, let's cut the tree this way. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you started playing the game. Check out the whole series. And this is episode 14, so you can go back and take a look and see how I'm doing this on the 3-hour episodes. But I love this game. I've been playing it since early access. And I'm glad you... Do you enjoy the game? And there's a little lag between... let's just do this. There's a little lag between by the time I get to chat and by the time I answer your questions. So I do appreciate... do that, and if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and bell. That way you know when the latest videos I do come along and when I go live here on YouTube. That's my commercial. Okay, we'll go back to the chainsaw, cut down another tree. Now, I did do something a little bit different in this video. I bought a piece of land that I should not have bought, but one of the viewers told me that I need to buy it. I should have waited, and I found three other pieces of land that you should buy first if you're looking at cutting this down. Well, thank you for sending the reminders. I'm glad of that, and welcome. Don't forget to tell your friends about this channel. I'm trying to grow this channel to where we can get some other things going on. As this channel grows. And right now I'm disabled, and I'm a disabled firefighter paramedic. Got disabled in the line of duty. So all I have is a Social Security disability check coming in, so I don't get much money. So I'm also looking at doing some other things with this channel, but I can't do that until I start earning some money. What's paid play? I have to ask that question. I never heard this before, Virginia. Hang on a second. There, we'll show that one. Okay. Another great channel. Well, thank you. I will. I'll check her out. Oh, I know the income's limited, but but I'd be able to do some certain things. Ah, okay. Trust me, I have those mistakes too, especially with spell check. They'll write something down that I didn't write down. Okay, where are we? Okay, we're here. I'm sorry. But I'm glad. I'll check her out. Actually, if you want, you can put the HDMI link for her channel if you have it. And I'll accept it here on this channel so people can also check her out when they watch the video, when they watch the chat. Oh, I know the income is next to nothing. Trust me, I have friends that... Oh, no, we're still not... We don't have all the leaves cut off. Now, the tricky part. Once you cut the tree, it kind of stabilizes. But this game is good. I love this game. I've been playing this since early access. And I love early access games. Okay. Once I cut down, get caught up here. Ooh, wait a minute. Let me get my eyeballs on. Okay. If you can copy and paste the link to the channel, just copy it from your yeah, what you call it on your browser, I can't, but copy, and then you can just come over here, and I think it's control C, control B or C, I can't remember, and it will automatically put it on. My cat's sleeping right next to me. Okay. Yeah, that might work. If it doesn't allow you to paste, you know, right control paste, right mouse button and click paste. Try control, I think it's control C, but it might be control V. I can't remember. My mind's gone. I'm old. I'm an old redhead. But I had a wonderful St. Patrick's Day yesterday. I got to eat some corned beef and cabbage. And I love corned beef and cabbage. Me too. And I'm Irish. I'm part Irish. I'm a Heinz 57. I'm part English, Irish. Oh, I'm mainly Irish. I'm English, Scottish, German, and Native American. So I'm a Heinz 57 is basically what I am. I'm a mixture of a whole bunch of stuff. And what I used to tell my teachers in school, I got all the mad blood in me. And people ask me, what do you mean by the mad bloods? Well, you have the Irish that are mad at the English. You got the English that conquered the world. You have the Germans. So, you know, World War One, World War Two tells you what kind of history the Germans have. Scottish fought the English. Native American fought the settlers. Oh, I love roast beef. Well, see, when my mother's great grandfather came to the United States, he was an Irishman, and he was a slave. He was sold as a slave here in the United States. And on the plantation that he worked on, my mother's great-great-grandmother, which was a Native American medicine woman, was also a slave on the same plantation, and that's where they met. And they ended up married, had kids, got free during the Civil War, after the Civil War, and started their own lives here in the United States. That's how I got it. Yeah, I'm 57 years old. I'll be 58 this year. I'm this old. I have a broken leg right now. I got diabetes. I got arthritis. All this happened after I got injured. Actually, I had diabetes for quite a while and was under control because I was working 90 hours a week as a paramedic and a volunteer firefighter. And once I stopped working, my diabetes, because I wasn't working as many hours, I screwed up my back as my disability. And everything just started falling apart because I wasn't as active as I used to be. Now my back's a little bit better. I'm trying to get more active. Yeah, I know it's not old, but I knew it because I always asked my grandfather. Oh, I had two. My grandfather on my mother's side. He was a EMT instructor, a on-call firefighter for Concord, Massachusetts Fire Department. He was state instructor for EMT instructor for the state of Massachusetts. But he always. I had this project in school when I was young, and we were living close. We were living close to my mother's parents at the time. We were living in Reading, Massachusetts at the time. And I had this ancestry project. Where did your relatives come from? So I asked him, and he told me my mother's side of the family, where they came from. My his great grandfather was came from Dublin, where he owed money to this person, and back then you either went to jail or you became a servant to the person. And the guy moved to the United States, started a business here in the United States, and brought him along. Then he found out he could sell him and make money selling him, so he sold him to a slave trader. As a matter of fact, the slave owner was black. I spent a lot of hours here on the computer, but I also, when I started getting back, I used to do a YouTube channel for a game I was playing for the clan I was in called World of Tanks, and I did a YouTube channel for them. Then I started this channel back in 2013. Then I took a hiatus from YouTube for when I got injured. I also suffer from severe depression and post-traumatic stress. But when I took a hiatus for about 5 years, I wasn't doing anything. I just sat and vegged watching TV because I couldn't do anything. I couldn't lift no more than 5 pounds. Couldn't do this, couldn't do that no more. And I just got severely depressed. Only time I would go out of the house was to go to the grocery store. And I had to be careful when I did that. But I started taking treatments. I started seeing a psychiatrist and the therapist, because I see therapists every 2 weeks now. I used to see her every week, so I'm getting better. But oh, we got all the trees cut down. But I just did that, and they got me busy doing other things. Start getting busy, keeping my mind going, and last year I decided to start growing this channel, and oh, there's blacks. Oh yeah, there's blacks. This wasn't a black slave trader. He was actually a plantation and had slaves. And it was common practice in the United States. Not all slaves were black. They were white slaves, they were Indians, they were Chinese, they were Japanese. They were Indians, not people from India, not Native American, but people from India that were slaves. There were slaves all colors. The only problem is the culture here in the United States only focus, and the history books and the movies only focused on black. And what gets me is they will show in the movies or TV shows and stuff like that black people picking cotton in the middle of summer. Cotton is a fall crop. But they show the black slaves picking cotton in 100-degree weather, when cotton would have been picked in the fall, where it wasn't 100 degrees. So there's a lot of misinformation about slaves, and even in the history books that they taught you in school, that primarily everybody came from all the slaves came from Africa, which wasn't true. Yes. Yes, you should. And slavery was a bad thing, but slavery had been around for thousands of years until they advanced it, and slavery was around when this country was founded. It was accepted practice both around the world and around that. And unfortunately, there are still, even in the 21st century, there's still slaves in this world. But a lot of the stuff that you see nowadays is not good. My grandfather was in World War II. He served in both theaters, both the European theater and the Pacific theater. He received the Congressional Medal of Honor. And he told me stories about World War II. And what was taught in school back then about World War II was complete opposite of what my grandfather told me. And he joined the military as a private, got field promotion. By the end of World War II, his rank was he was a major, and he served in the army the whole life. And he got to the rank of full-blood colonel, and when he retired, they actually promoted him to general, a brigadier general at his retirement, because he put in over 40 years in the military. So. Yes. Yes. Yes, it is. He, when he was in the Pacific Theater, he took out his whole platoon was on a recon mission, and his whole platoon got killed, and by machine gun net, and he was the only one that survived. But he turned around and took out the machine gun placement by himself. And when the other platoon that was following them came, they found him. He was wounded. He got the Purple Heart for his wounds, and then then he got the Congressional Medal of Honor. But he was shipped to a hospital ship, and when he was better, he was still fighting in the Pacific Theater. So he did a lot of things. My grandfather was good, and like I said, he remained in the military until he had to retire at age 63. I think it was retirement age then. And they retired him as a general, but he still worked. He became he was always, his last place he was stationed was an air base, not an air base, was an army base outside of Concord. And he bought a house in Concord. He became a Concord Minuteman, reenactor as Concord Minuteman. I learned a lot about the Revolutionary War because I grew up in that area. Then I moved to Maryland. I learned a lot about the Civil War. and I learned a lot about the World War II from my grandfather. I learned a lot about the Vietnam police action or conflict or whatever you want to call it. I call it a Vietnam War. But my father, when Vice President Nixon was saying that we have no troops in Laos. We have no fighting troops in Laos. My father was a Marine, and his whole battalion was stationed in Laos. And he read in Stars and Stripes what Vice President Nixon said. We have no troops in Laos. We just have advisors in Laos. We have no military troops, and they're not taking actions. We do not have any military troops fighting in Laos. We don't have this, that, and the other thing. And his platoon was attacking the Vietnamese that were coming down the Ho Chi Minh Trail. So, what history tells you and what is reality sometimes is not true. But he read it in Stars and Stripes. He was a sergeant at the time. And he told his whole platoon, because he was in charge of a platoon, that, guys, we are not here. You can read it for yourself in Stars and Stripes. So if any reporters ask you why you're here, you just tell them you're not here. I just find it funny how history writes things. Yes, I did look into joining. My father told me do not join the Marine Corps unless you were just planning on being a infantryman. I looked into become back in the 80s. I was looking at the Army, and I wanted to be a helicopter pilot, and they had this thing called high school to flight school. And I took the ASVAB test, and I scored the aptitude test, and I scored high enough to get into that program. And but when I tried to get in, the recruiter, and my grandfather told me, talk to the recruiter, but don't sign anything, don't say yes to anything until I tell you it's okay. The recruiter told me that as of right now, we do not have any openings for the high school to flight school, but we can go ahead and get you in as a mechanic, and then when an opening comes, we'll put you to the high school to flight school. And my grandfather said, do not do that, because once you are in, it's very rare you can change your operation status. And what he's just telling you is he's just trying to get you in as a helicopter mechanic. That's it. Then I started looking for other jobs, and then my grandfather had some pull, and he got me an interview to join West Point. I did the interview, and I took the test. I scored high enough to go to West Point, but then I was working full time then for F.W. Woolworth as a assistant manager. Oh, stop. I'm not telling you to back up. There, pick that up. We'll hide that somewhere in here. There we go. But I was working for S.W. Woolworth, become a store manager. I was going through their assistant manager training program to become a store manager. And I was making about $60,000 a year then, and I got approved, got the appointment, and I actually turned down the appointment to West Point, which I kind of wish I didn't. But I was also a volunteer firefighter in the county I lived in Maryland. You had I lived in Frederick County in Maryland, which is the largest county in the state of Maryland. Yeah. Oh, you're lucky. You're lucky you were able to change. But I was a volunteer firefighter, and the whole fire department, except for Frederick City, which my department was a city-county department, you had a paid driver for the engine, for the first out engine. And I belonged to an engine truck company, and I was good at it. Tried to get on some paid fire departments, but affirmative action was going on then. So I scored in the test scores for Alexandria Fire Department. You had to take a written test. I scored number 2 out of 200. Then you take a physical authority test and pass that with flying colors. You had to take a lie detector test, and when they hired, I was placed. I was actually in the ranking as number 2 overall for the department. But when they did the hiring, I went on the hiring list as rank. I was the 15th in line. They hired 14 that year. Redid it again. This time I scored in the top. I was number 1 this time, thinking, okay, I got the job. And they put me down to number 12, and they only hired 11. They mainly hired minorities and women on the fire department each time, and they actually had to do the written test. They had to score it on a curve, so certain people would be at a would score better on the test. So, but I remained as a volunteer firefighter. And I was already a paramedic, so I had the training, because I went to the University of Maryland Fire Rescue Institute to become a firefighter. I was a firefighter back then. I was a ranking of a firefighter 1 and 2, 1, 2, and 3, which paid departments love to have that. But I just continued volunteering. I did it for 35 years. I was volunteering as a paramedic for the county. They had a mobile they had what they call a critical care. They had a CRT, which was cardiac rescue technician, and they had a cardiac rescue technician they had two cardiac rescue technician vehicles. One covered the north side, and one would cover the south side. And I volunteered doing that while working 60, 70 hours a week in retail, plus volunteering as a firefighter. So, and I was actually the first paramedic in Frederick County, Maryland. And I was actually the first EMT and paramedic, CRT and paramedic, because you had to go through. You had to be EMT for a year before you become a CRT. Then you had to be a CRT for a year before you became a paramedic. So I did a lot of stuff. And then I was working full time there. Then they decided to make the CRT program a paid position. So I started working part time for Frederick County. And Frederick County also had two paid. Frederick City had two paid ambulance, and then they started hiring me part time. They hired me part time as to work on the ambulance, but the ambulance they weren't paramedic level ambulances. They were this advanced EMT level, or basic ALS, advanced life support. And the CRT was only it was classified as CRT, but when I rode as a paramedic, it was a paramedic level helicopter. I also joined I was also a part-time paramedic for the Maryland State Police, because Maryland State Police ended up was running the trauma, ran the life flights on the helicopters. So I had to take a 6 months hiatus from work, and I literally had to go through the Maryland State Police Academy, and I came out as a trooper for the Maryland State Police, but I was only part-time because I was hired worked in the aviation department of the Maryland State Police, and I filled in for the paramedics that rode on the helicopters. So when they went, and one of the in the county I was in had one of those helicopters stationed there. So if somebody called in sick or went on vacation, I would fill in. Usually on the weekends, or if somebody, depending on what's going on. So I did that for a while, and then I got transferred by Woolworth from Maryland to Virginia, and Norfolk Fire Department had what they called an on-call fire department. They had a fire department, paid guys, and they had on-call firefighters, which was basically part-time firefighters, but they would be called in if they can fill in for full-time firefighters that were on vacation. And they also ran the ambulance, and they had paramedic level ambulances, so they had firefighter paramedics. So I was part-time with them, still working full-time at Woolworth. And then I became that, filled in a lot when I wasn't working, because I worked, I was working as a manager then, but I was off every Sunday because of blue laws, because stores weren't allowed to be open on Sundays, and unless you were a gas station or a convenience store. But regular stores weren't allowed to be open on Sundays because it was against the law. So I did that, and I scheduled myself to be off like on Wednesdays. Maybe once in a while I would take a weekend here and there. But then I decided to get married, which was a huge mistake. I married this woman who was living in West Palm Beach, Florida. Her grandmother lived with her, and she did not want to move to. She had a good job. She's working for a nursing home agency, a nursing home that dealt with Alzheimer's patients and dementia patients. And she was making good money working there. She was in the administration part of it, and she was actually making good money. Let's turn on the light so we can see. And she didn't want to move. So I looked for jobs around there. I tried to get on with Palm Beach County Fire Department, and they ended up hiring me part-time as a firefighter paramedic. Once I got everything transferred over to Virginia, I was hired part-time, and I started working a lot of hours doing that. And I also got hired to the city of Palm Beach as a. Then I was also part-time for the city of Palm Beach. Yeah. I just worked 2 part-time jobs when I was living down there. Caught my wife cheating on me, and I ended up moving to. My father died, so my mother was in trouble. So I ended up separating from my wife, moved to North Carolina. North Carolina was strictly volunteer, but there was a paramedic volunteer squad that actually had paid paramedics, and I started working there. And then I worked for a private ambulance company and did that. Then the state changed to where they had to decided that the counties were responsible for running EMS, and the county they had to establish a paid ambulance service, paramedic level, depending on the county. And the county was paramedic level. I'm going the wrong way. County was a paramedic level county, so service that they had to provide was paramedic level, and I started working for them when they first did that. They only had 3 stations at the time. The volunteer squad I was working at, and I'm going the wrong way. How did I get down here? I'm lost. But they had full paramedic level, and they ran all the paramedic at one station. All the other volunteer squads were what we called intermediate squads. And an intermediate is a cross between a paramedic and a EMT basic. They could do IVs, they can push certain drugs and stuff like that. And I worked full-time for 10 years for Wayne County EMS, part-time for a couple of other counties. Then I was working for a part-time private ambulance company, and they ended up 2 counties over. They started from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. providing 911 service, ambulance service to that county, because they only had one paid ambulance. So we had the southern side of the county, and I ended up I got hired full time. I left Wayne County and went full time, so I was working Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Had to drive an hour and a half each way, and I was a supervisor, so I had a QRV. So I got dispatched. I was the only paramedic. All theirs, they wanted an immediate level truck, and since I was a supervisor and the medical director decided to let me have a QRV during the day, and I could run as a paramedic, and that's what I did for 5 years. And I just got so wore out doing that, because I was traveling 3 hours a day, just going back and forth to that 7 days a week. Plus I work Saturdays and some Sundays for either for the private ambulance company, or I also not volunteered, but I also worked part-time. I actually went part-time with Wayne County, and I just got burnt out. So they got another paramedic to fill in for me. They want to give me a break, so they got a paramedic to fill in for me as a paramedic to run the QRV, and they promoted and they made a temporary manager for the station that we were at, who was a basic. And the plan was I was going to take a 2-month break, work in Wayne County where I was living, and I would end up take a 2-month break from that, get rested up. I was only working 4 days a week. I was working 3 days a week, but I was working 3 12-hour shifts a week as a paramedic. And I just went on this one call, pick up this patient at the hospital, was being discharged at the hospital, and the patient weighed 350 pounds, a little over 350 pounds. And it was just me and my partner, and we were transferring the patient at the nursing home, and from the stretcher onto the bed, and I slipped and fell, but I made sure that the patient landed in the bed. I twisted my body to make sure the patient landed in the bed so the patient wouldn't get harmed. I screwed up my knee, I screwed up my back, to where I couldn't work as a paramedic no more. So I did a lot of things. I enjoyed it. I mean, I was chief of the volunteer rescue squad. That the fire department, when Wayne County took over, the volunteer fire department had to take over the rescue trucks. But I was also a member of that volunteer fire department also. And since I was the chief of the rescue squad, and I knew how, and one of my training when I was on that department, I was nationally certified as a rescue worker. So I would get called in by the United States. I was part of Homeland Security. So I was at the Pentagon during 2001. I was called into the Pentagon 2001 to do search and rescue in the building, looking for people, looking for bodies, looking for any live victims. As a matter of fact, when I was there, I had a close call where part of the structure collapsed on me, collapsed not on me, but collapsed on one of the guys I was working with, and I was in charge of that crew, that team. It was 3 of us. There was one guy that was ahead of me, and the structure collapsed, killing him, unfortunately. And I got to know him because we were there for. By then, we were there for a month. We were doing body recovery and whatever else we could do. And he died. But then I went to other locations and stuff like that. I was also a U.S. forestry firefighter. I went to Florida. I went to California to fight wildfires, and I did a lot. I kept busy. But once I injured my back, that was it. It took me 8 years to get my disability. Workman's Comp had to do a settlement with me, which was supposed to be a 5-year salary settlement. Because the company I was working for when I got injured was a self-insured workman's comp. I had to settle for a year, and then 6 months later, that company went under. But I got my pay for a year. That's one of the reasons why they could not afford a 5-year salary. They were supposed to do a year and then reevaluate, but then 6 months later the company went under, and the state workman's comp said, you got a settlement, that's it, you don't get another one. So I got screwed out of that. Then it took me 8 years to get my disability, and the rest is history. I finally got my disability, and that was back in October of 2020. And that's basically, I started back in March, and because of my depression, I would start, stop, and start. But once I got my money, and because I had an old computer too, I mean, the computer I had was 15 years old. And that just changed. Oh yeah. I ended my career. I loved my job. I was, let's see, how old was I? I was 40. I was 48 at the time. But my length of service was already 35 years, because I started off when I was 18, both as a firefighter and EMS worker and a rescue worker. And I just did a lot. I lost a lot because I lost a job with both forestry and Homeland Security, where I had to go to training once a month, and they paid us when we went out for training, and they paid us when we went to disaster calls and stuff like that. And I lost a lot of money there. Oh, I know it's worth it. The first time I applied, I was denied. I had a lawyer, and that lawyer did nothing. I had to go through a hearing, and that lawyer was a lousy lawyer. I ended up asking questions to the judge, but the lawyer was not helping me or defending me or whatever they do in those hearings. So my case was denied, So I had to reapply. But this time I was smart. I went with a different lawyer, especially that specialized, and was a local lawyer where I lived, but they specialized in Social Security disability. I hired them after fighting all this, and I got denied. Then I had to go to a hearing, and this time I had the head judge of the disability court. And as soon as the judge walked in, he introduced himself, said hello, and then he said, didn't ask me one question, he said, "You're approved." And I'm like, what? You didn't ask me a question. You didn't listen to this. You didn't listen to the state guy about employment and all that. I said, well, your lawyer did a brief, and just reading the brief, I agree with him. You should be on disability, especially with the years of service that you did. You should have been approved the first time. But in the state of North Carolina, once you are denied and you reapply, you start from the beginning. Luckily, they went back far enough, and I get a good chunk of change for my disability. I receive disability, but because I had to wait so long, you had to wait 2 years before I could get Medicare, and I finally got my Medicare. But things just started happening after I got approved, and my life turned around. I wasn't as depressed as I was. I'm still depressed, but I wasn't. Where you going? Where you going, buddy? I wasn't as depressed as I was when I first got injured. I started concentrating on this channel, which has helped me out. And life is going on, and I enjoy it. My life now. I only get Medicare. I do not qualify for Medicare, so I had to wait nine months before I was eligible for Medicare. I got my Medicare, and then 2 weeks later I fell down the stairs and broke my leg, and was flown to a trauma center because I shattered my tibia in 22 different places. So I had to, they flew me to a trauma center to help save my leg because the orthopedic surgeon at the hospital I went to said the only thing that he could do is amputate my leg. And they found a trauma center that would actually save my leg. Then a month later, I was taking a shower and fell out of the shower and I bent the plates that were in my leg, and then I broke my fibia. And again, the local orthopedic surgeon refused to do any surgery on my legs, so I had to go back to the original surgeon who did the surgery, which is in Raleigh. I live in Goldsboro, so it's an hour and a half away, so I had to go all the way back to Raleigh, and I still have to go to him when I go for my appointments, so I have to go all the way back to Raleigh, an hour and a half away for my doctor's appointments, and my wound got infected. So the wound clinic here in Goldsboro wouldn't take me because I was a Wake Med employee. I was a Wake Med patient, and this happened during one of their surgeries. So I had go all the way to Raleigh again just for that. So it was a pain in the butt. Locally, my local doctor is here. My primary care physician's here. And he actually he's been working with Wake Med and my orthopedic surgeon. Yes. Depending, you should be able to get Medicare. You might want to take a look into that. Because when you reach a certain age, and at that time when you're 55, actually when you're 55 and you're on disability, you can get Medicare. And instead of you can get Medicare and Medicaid. You can get both, but you can only get Medicaid if you only make less than $1,000. If you have an income of less than $1,000, and they count your disability income, and my income is more than $1,000, so I didn't qualify for SSI insurance, SSI Medicare. But I did qualify because I was 55. But I had to wait. You have to wait 2 years before. You have to be disabled for a minimum of 2 years, and you don't become disabled until you are approved here in North Carolina. It might change from state to state. You don't become approved until the state approves you, and luckily the judge who approved my disability backtracked the date a little bit. So all I had to wait for was 9 months before I got my Medicare, instead of waiting a full 2 years before I got my Medicare. So the judge helped me out there. Yeah, check into it. Let's go to Medicare. I think it's Medicare.com. Look into it. There's an 800 number there and all that. But when I got my disability, one of the things that the judge approved me for was Medicare. So I don't know if you have to have a judge approval or what. But call Medicare. If you're on disability and you're a certain age, I think you get it. Because you paid into it, you might as well get it. But they base, yeah. And they based my disability on the last 5 years as a paramedic working for the private ambulance company. I was making about $75,000 a year back then. So it's 3/4. It was 3/4 of what I was, combination of what I've made the last 5 years. So I ended up with a good disability check. So I was also old when I got my disability, so that's another thing. And by the time I was 50, I was turning 55 when I got approved. I was approved in March, and in October I was going to be 55. so I had to wait. But look into it. I mean, the worst they can say is no. The best they can say is yes. Now, it does cost you $144 a month, but there's a way you can get that money back, which I actually get. I see we going down here. We didn't get anything from the greenhouse. So we are going to put the milk down here. Okay. Let's hop into Christina. Where's Christina? There's Christina. Yeah. Yeah. But check into it. I mean, you might want, if you still have your lawyer, you might want to have him ask him too.
Care to trade?
Okay, we got $4,400 and we got doom 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 doom. We got a lot of money, so we're up to 9,308. Oh, I forgot to trade. I forgot to buy the stuff.
Can I help you?
Care to trade?
Okay. We'll buy all your honey and eggs. And I think that's it for what we want to buy. Because everything else I sold to you. Let's go see Sally. See how much milk she has.
Hello.
Care to trade?
Sure.
Actually, you might want, or if you're close, if your area has a Social Security office, you can just go down there and ask them personally. If you don't want to call, I would recommend going. If you got a Social Security office, what? I'm right here. Yes, I'm here. I'm working right now, so I can't pay attention to you. I'm sorry. I got 3 people watching me right now. I got 9 people that are watching where I started, so I have to go to work, dear. That was my cat. She wants attention. Okay. So we're going to drive through. What, you want to come down my lap? Come on. Come on. There you go. You cold? Yes, I'll give you some love, give you some attention. Okay, you done? No, don't play with a mouse. That's not the type of mouse that you play with, okay? My cat's beating up the mouse right now. I have a crazy cat. She thinks she's a dog. Ever since I came, it's my mother's cat. But ever since I came home from the hospital at the first of the year, she has never left my side. Okay, we got 2 of that. Okay, let's just go. We're going on our food run now. And my dog, who, when I first broke my leg, never left my side until I went to the hospital for get my leg fixed again. My dog now stays with my mother, guarding her downstairs. I can't. It's hard for me to get up and down the stairs right now. I'm out, my bedroom's on the 2nd floor. I have to boot scoot up and down and bring my walker up and down. So I have to stay up here unless I stay up here. I got a refrigerator, microwave. So I got food up here. I got drinks up here. I got everything that you need. I I just go downstairs when I have when I have to go to the doctor, and that's it. So about twice a month I go to a doctor. Well, it's my primary, orthopedic, psychiatrist.
Hi.
I just have a whole bunch of stuff.
Care to trade?
Sure.
So I have a whole bunch of stuff that I just have to deal with. So I'm kind of shut in right now, and I hate it. Before I was moving, going to the mall, walking, getting my diabetes under control.
Care to trade?
And now I'm this here. Now I live stream to keep my brain active and have communication with other people. What time is it? Oh, I forgot. Commercial time. That's right. Please, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and bell. That way you know when the latest videos I do come along and when I go live here on YouTube. And hit that like button. Maybe like I gets my channel seen a little bit more, which helps grow this channel. And we are growing this week. So far we've had 10. Well, actually, my cat doesn't like. She only certain people can pet her, and I was one of the chosen people that can pet her. My mother's the other one, but my cat sleeps with me. She somehow she figured out where my sciatic nerve is to my right leg, and she'll start purring, and her purring will help with the pain in my leg and the pain in my back. And I forgot to look up here. Okay, yeah, no dailies. So she's been kind of my nurse. So she even gives me baths. But when I go to the bathroom, she'll follow me and she'll sit up by the sink. I have to turn on the faucet so she can drink from the sink. Because the only time she leaves me is when she goes downstairs to eat or use the facilities. So,
How are you?
Oh, hello.
but she comes right back up here. Now my dog, she'll come upstairs every once in a while. But usually when she goes out for a while, we got a fenced yard so she can go out and run around, and my mother lets her out about 4 times a day.
Care to trade?
But when she comes in, she'll run up here, take a look in the room, make sure she sees me, then she'll just go right back downstairs. Except unless she smells me cooking something out of the microwave, then she'll come up and give me those puppy eye looks like, hey, these people aren't feeding me. I haven't eaten in weeks. Give me some food. Oh yeah. In my bedroom I have my computer. Then I have my bureau. On top of the bureau I have my TV. And I also have the cable box on top of my TV. And right now she's laying on the cable box. She can see me, so she's fine. Sometimes I have a dog bed. And I miss what I was doing. I have a dog bed underneath my computer because my dog used to lay underneath the computer, so I put a dog bed underneath there for her. And every once in a while she'll come. The only time my dog comes upstairs, check on me, and also check in when we have bad storms, because she's terrified of thunder and lightning. Oh yeah. I rescued my dog. I got the dog when I was unable to work anymore. So I got the dog as a companion. That's something my vet wanted me to do. Hi, Lily.
Hi, Lily. How are you?
Nice to see you. Anything I can do for you?
I'd like to do some business with you. What exactly do you sell?
Sure. What do you need?
I need all of your stuff except for the beans. But I got the dog. She was a rescue dog. Got her at the pound. Went to the pound just to go see what I needed and how much it would cost, and finding out what the process was. And they decided that, and this one dog kept on looking at me, and it was like 4:30. They closed at 5, and I'm like, I have no supplies. I have no leash, no nothing for the dog right now. And I don't want to leave it. It was middle of summertime, so I didn't want to leave the dog in the car while I went into the pet store to go get the supplies I needed. I said, I have no food, no nothing. And they're just like, can I come back tomorrow and get this dog? And they're like, unfortunately, this dog has been here longer than she's supposed to be, and we have the orders to euthanize her after 5 o'clock today. I'm like, well, maybe I'll come back. I had nothing. And then the manager of the facility came out, and there was a fee of $35. No, $45 to get a dog, and you have to get the dog spaded and all this. Well, and for an extra $25, you can purchase a certificate to have the animal spaded for free. So the dog, the manager said, well, unfortunately, I have to put her to sleep. I'm like,
Hello.
well,
How are you?
I have no control because this dog has been here 3 months longer than she was supposed to be, and she's reached the limit that I could allow her to live. So she was going to be euthanized. And then they gave me 2 dog bowls. 2 actually pretty nice dog bowls. Where are we? I passed them? I'm over here. Oh, okay, we'll come back to you guys then. What's down here? Down here is find my sheet. Okay. So she waived the fee for the $45 adoption fee. She waived the $25 neutering. So I was getting neutering free. I was getting everything else free. The only thing I had to pay $5, and that was for the rabies shot and the RFDI dog tractor implant, which was an extra $20. They knocked it down to $5, which was their cost. So, and the dog went home with me that night. That dog hid from me for a week. She wouldn't eat. She was trembling. She would every time I came near her, she was trembling, ducking like she was abused, which they think that she was abused.
Hello, my friend. How are you? Take a look around. I'm sure I've got just what you need.
Care to trade?
Then I went to bed one night, trying to get her to eat, trying to get her to drink, trying to get her to come out from her hiding spot. And then I went to bed one night. All of a sudden, I felt this big thump on my bed. The dog hopped into the bed with me and curled up right next to me and slept with me that night. The next morning, I fed her and she ate her food. Unfortunately, where I lived, I didn't have a fenced-in yard, so every time I had to walk her every time, which was actually good for my back. And then anytime I left, she was, and sometimes I would take her, especially when I went to my mom's house. I would take her because my mom had a dog, a big chocolate lab, and she loved him.
Hello, may I help you?
Care to trade?
So the dog's name was Kane. So Kane had to go out. Princess had to go out. So she never left Kane's side every time I visited my mother. She'd come to me every once in a while for some love, especially if we were talking a lot, because she has to be center of attention now. And but since I came back from the hospital the second time, she just has not. I mean, she's not the way she was. But my mother's also 81 years old. Not 86, 81 years old. And she was sick with bronchitis. She caught bronchitis, was sick, so I think the dog was just there making sure that she was okay. But like I said, she still came upstairs to check, make sure I was still in my room, that I didn't go anywhere. And she always wants to go with me every time I go to the doctor. I'm like, you can't go to the doctor with me, I'm sorry. Every time both my mother and I
Hello. Hi there.
would leave the house.
Need me to help you with something?
Can you help me find my sheep? I'm afraid she's lost.
Sure. No problem.
So every time I come down the stairs, she'll meet me on the stairs.
You don't know that.
Help me down the stairs, or at least walk beside me as I'm sliding down the stairs. And when I come home, she'll follow me up the stairs when I go up the stairs, and she'll make sure that I get to my room okay. She'll follow me in the room and everything, but then she goes right back downstairs. And I think she's just doing that to make sure my mom's okay. And she guards the house. She lets us know when somebody she doesn't know pulls into the driveway, of course. But she also lets us know when other dogs are around. Oh, we got some is that herbs? Strawberries. Strawberries, yay! There, herb. And we'll collect these mushrooms because we need mushrooms. That's why we do the daily Find My Sheep quest, is to find mushrooms, strawberries, and, yes, herbs. Okay. Okay, well, Virginia, I hope everything works out with you. I'll be live streaming tomorrow, so let me know. go that way. We got triple echoes. So we'll find this stuff. Strawberries, yes. Oh, big deer. Hey, we found the sheep. Let's pick up everything around here first before we pick up the sheep. Because I don't like carrying a sheep and picking up mushrooms at the same time. Because, you know, sometimes you bend the wrong way. You end up bending the sheep the wrong way. And the next thing you know, they pooted. And the smell is just terrible. I'm telling you, the smell is just terrible. Okay. Oh, a couple mushrooms over here. Mushrooms are free, so we don't have to buy them from the vendor. Oh, missed one over here. And we need to stock up on some of this stuff any which way. Okay. Let's pick up the sheep. Carry the sheep. Okay. You have to go across the lane bridge. Sorry. Or I'm going the wrong way. We need to go across the bridge this way. You've been a bad sheep. Yes. Your owner is looking for you. Your owner's so worried about you. So, I'm taking you back to your owner. I know, you wanted to play with other animals. I know. You like the deer, you like the boar, you like the birds. But I'm sorry, you need to go home now. So I'm going to take you home, okay? I'm going to take you home. You're going to feel so much better. I'll tell them to get a dog or a cat so you have other animals to play with, okay? You have some company. Or maybe get some other sheep. Yeah, would you like that? Play with other sheeps? Huh? Would you like that? I'll tell them.
You have really brought my sheep back. Thank you.
Christopher, you should get other sheep. And you should, or get other animals so she has some company. Hey, thank you for the zucchini. I'm tired of the pumpkin seeds. Well, we got 50 euros out of that, but we got 500 social points. So let's see where we at and where we need to go. Only got 2 more quests? Yeah, only got 2 more quests. So this one, let's do this one next, and that's the transfer. We'll do that last. And I think that bush trimming is going to move. And I don't know which way that person's going to move. So we're going to go this way. What time is it? Okay, we'll go this way. We got to go on the other side. We got a fast vehicle. Thank God. 70 kilometers an hour. But does go uphill a little bit faster than Christina did. That's why we got the SUV. So we can get around this map a little quicker. Eventually I'll get the Dune Buggy, and that's a lot quicker than this one. And it was only, I think, $2,000 more than this one. But I like this vehicle. I just like this vehicle. It's a nice vehicle. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, they're still there. Where am I? I'm there. So, where do I need to go? Ah, okay, I know which way to go. I know which way to go. I know a shortcut to that location. I think YouTube needs to have a voice channel, so instead of typing everything, you can just do it in voice. Ask questions and stuff like that. And then let the moderator mute you if you need to be muted or something like that. That'd be a good idea, YouTube, if you're watching. A voice chat, and you have to be a subscriber or something like that, or a member or something like that. Okay, did you move? No, you have not moved. Okay, that's a good thing. I think I know where you're at now. I think you're at this house. We're coming up. Yep, you're at this house. So I need to park right here. Hit the map, clear the star. We'll get out. Oh, Lily's back.
Not now, sorry.
Let's talk to Lily.
Hello.
I'm so glad to see you.
The best part of my day is seeing you smile.
Thanks. You're not that bad yourself.
Okay. Seems to really love you. Okay, she still has just a smile in her eyes. Nope, you're not the one I need to talk to. Stiffen.
Hi, how are you?
Good to see you.
Need me to help you with something?
I'm really tired of all this grass and bushes. Can you clean it up for me, please?
Sure, no problem.
Get rid of the bushes first. Oh, we got no bushes to get rid of. Let's trim the inside here. Get this all trimmed up. Knocking away. Oh, we got a lot of grass to cut. Got a lot of grass to cut. A lot of grass to cut. Okay, let's cut this section. Cut this section up. Cut all this up. Okay, we got this going. Okay. Yeah, let's knock this section out. Even though this is the outside of the fence. What you doing, Snow? Oh man, we still got over 2,000 to go. Wait a minute, let's... So, yeah, we'll just cut all this. Why am I going the wrong way? Cut this all up. Cut all around this fence. Okay. Okay, we got less than, still got over 1,000, 1,700. That's a lot of grass we need to cut. Okay. Now let's do the section we missed in here. Okay, now we'll do this section over here, which is a big section. Now let's cut right down to here. Do this in sections. Let's clear these clumps. And let's come down to here and continue cutting this stuff down. So we are working on getting these dailies done. We'll get some social points out of them, some little money out of them. But we'll get stuff done. We need to build up our social points again. I think that's why she hasn't went out at 50,000. You need to. I screwed up. No, I haven't screwed up. Wrong game. But you need at least 50,000 social points to start dating. But I think dating unlocks in chapter 3, so that's why we're trying to pay off our uncle first. And we're not going to pay. The only time we give payment to our uncle is when we are going to sell all our lumber, all our stuff that we get. Let's just clear this up. Oh, you're going the wrong way. Why are you going the wrong way? Okay, so what we'll do is we'll divide this right here. and start concentrating on this section. Now let's clear these clumps out. And let's concentrate on cutting this up. We're still over 1,000 left. I think we're going to be cutting for most of the day. But these dailies are important because you get social points out of them. Sometimes you get money. I'm just going to kind of mow the top portion out. And there we go. And we'll just come across through there. Okay. Cut this down here. Do this section now. Floating grass. I didn't know grass can grow in midair. Okay, and now we'll just go this way. Oh, missed a couple spots here and there. But, okay, we got this side of the street taken care of. Let's do the opposite side of the street. Okay, here we go. Go get this stuff cut up. Get all this cut up so you can see the road. Okay. Actually, let's just go ahead and knock out around this tree in this lower section. On how grass and weeds are growing in the rocks. But we'll take care of them. Okay, we are done. Go turn in this quest before he walks
Great
off.
job. Thanks a lot.
Okay, we got 710 euros and social points. We're up to 134. I want to see how much grass I got. Let's pick up some of this grass, that way we can feed our cows. So this is the area that everybody hangs out in. Clean up the grass here.
Really? That's interesting.
Everyone's heard about it already.
I do it almost all the time.
I'd say I'm surprised.
Okay, transport job is the last one to do. Oh, what time is it? Oh, it's only 1:45, so we got some time.
Yeah, it's no joke.
I don't know if we're gonna cut down more trees or not. Don't hit the sheep.
Is that so?
I know nothing about it.
There he is.
Just like you said.
We'll talk later.
Hi there.
Hi there.
Need me to help you with something?
I have a load of my homemade bread, freshly baked. Can you deliver it as fast as possible? Just remember to deliver it yourself. I don't want it anywhere near public transportation.
Sure. No problem.
Okay, we can get rid of the star. Where are you going? You're going over there. Oh, crap. You're up here.
I don't think it's gonna change.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This building supply store. Maybe take a shortcut through the back. Okay. What happened? I guess we couldn't do the quest. Let's go back to the farm. Lumber mill. Let's go to the lumber mill. We'll take a look at a couple things here at the lumber mill. First, see where we're at. So that'll be done tomorrow. We got 549, so that's good. Got no trees. 84,160. Okay. So we can hop on the tractor, sell some of that stuff. How many we got here now? 7, 8. So we got 8 pallets. So tomorrow we can sell those. But for today, we are going to hop into the tractor. Grab the trailer. Yeah, we filled that up. Might just do 2 loads. I'm not sure yet. Take this to the lumber mill, sell that, and go from there. Okay. Continue on. Time is it? Okay. Time for commercial. Might as well do a commercial while we're doing that. So if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and bell. That way you know when the latest videos that I do come along. And when I go live here on YouTube. Also, hit that thumbs up button, the like button. That way my videos get seen a little bit more and my channel gets more exposure. And I would really appreciate that. And either chat with me here when I'm live or leave a comment. I gotta get caught up on my comments. I got keep on forgetting to check my comments. That's my problem right now, and sometimes the comments are not, I can't click on the comments and to reply. Something's going on there, so I've tried 3 different browsers. None of them are working. So I reported that to YouTube, and they are working on the problem as we speak. Okay, as of right now, we got over $10,000. That's great. €10,000. And tomorrow I'm gonna go back, just cook, spend the night, and then turn around. We'll get up in the morning, check the greenhouse, milk the cows, get the eggs, sell all our stuff. Then I'll do the food run, and if we got any dailies left, we'll try to get some of those dailies left. Then we'll come home, cook up the stuff, and give all our money to our uncle. And we'll keep on doing that every time we sell all our wood and stuff like that. So that'd be great. That would definitely be great. Quicker, the more we can pay, once we pay off our uncle, turn in that quest, we'll make some money. We'll start making real money. Don't have to worry about paying off our uncle then. We'll unlock a whole bunch of stuff that we can do then. Which is something I want to do, is unlock this stuff, because I've never gotten past this stage. I want to get a new tractor. I want to get a new trailer. We'll get a whole bunch of new stuff. Here we go, we're back. We'll go ahead and park this because I only do full loads. We don't have a full load. Up. Right now we got enough to fill up. We got enough to fill up the dryers, so we don't need to go cut down some trees. We got 8, so we got 1 load. That's good. I know there's one thing I need to do while we're here. We already got the already checked the greenhouse, but we have not checked the beehives today. No honey? No honey? What time is it? 3:20. Don't need to feed her. A little typhoon. A little hurricane. Oh, we got some honey there. Got some honey here. That's good. No, yeah, there we go. Okay. Huh. Yeah, let's do something. Let's go see Jack. Some mushrooms up here. Let's see any. Okay, let's go see Jack. Oh, there's another mushroom. Mushrooms are free, so we always try to get something. We always get the free stuff. Let's see, tools. What do I got in tools? Nothing. So we'll buy some tools from Jack too over here.
Hello there. Welcome to my store.
So, what do you have in your store?
Okay. Yeah, we need a shovel. Wait a minute, let me check, make sure I don't have a shovel. Yeah. Buy one shovel, one rake, one watering can. You don't have any seeds. Why don't you have any seeds? We need some seeds. Whew. I know Lily has seeds, so we'll go buy some seeds from Lily. Why are you running, buddy? Okay, we'll go see Lily. Actually, nah. Let's park this in here. Okay. We got the rake and stuff. Let's go down here. Let's collect everything down here. We'll go back to food. Okay, that looks good. Let's see what we can cook today. Okay, how many pumpkins can we make? 19. That's the most expensive dish. $23, that's good. Make the pancakes, we can make 11 of those. Apples, okay, we can make 37 of those, that's good. Make 16 of those. Sushi. Okay, we can make 15 of those. And we can make 21 of those. Okay, let's go ahead and can those eggs because we got over 100. So let's go to basic recipe, canned eggs. Really don't need eggs. I really don't need to buy eggs, but hey. Don't really need to buy eggs. Where you going, buddy? You're going to the pantry. Yeah, we definitely need to get some more mushrooms. Okay, we got a bunch of stuff to sell. That's great. Wonderful. Give Oscar a little love. Oh, let's go catch some fish. Did I get it? Yeah, I got it. Okay. Let's go. Let's go feed Typhoon. My little hurricane. Hey, my little hurricane. Okay, you back? Okay. I could cut down more trees, but we got enough right now in the sleep for the night. Okay, let's get it under $200,000 today. 200,000 euros today. Let's go check the greenhouse. These are peppers. Okay. It's not raining, is it? Nah, it's clear skies. Milk our cows. Keep milking everything. Get those cows milked. We're milking this cow. Milk this cow. How about this cow? Milk this cow. Okay. See, it even tells you. Just keep pressing E until it's done milking. Milk this cow. Now we'll milk this cow. She's getting up. She knew she was getting ready to be milked. She knew she was next. Okay. Got our. Oh, it is raining. Let's hop in Christina. So there's not going to be any dailies today.
Hello, can I help you?
Care to trade?
Sell all this stuff. Okay. We got over 14,000. Yeah, 14,000. That's good. And we'll buy you honey, eggs, and milk. Let's go see Sally. Mustang Sally.
Hi, how are you?
Good to see you.
Care to trade?
Sure.
Let's get all her milk. And we'll just go ahead and do a food run real quick, then we'll come back and sell everything that's in the lumber mill since we don't have to worry about quests today. Since it's raining. Can't go to Lily because it's raining. And when it rains in this county, everybody sleeps. I don't know why. They're a bunch of lazy people. But I'm out working in it. So we'll do our food run, that way we get some money back.
Hello. Come closer. I'm sure you'll find something you like. Care to trade?
Okay, we don't need the mushroom. Actually, we do need the mushrooms because we only had 12. So let's buy you mushrooms too. And we'll buy all the mushrooms today.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Care to trade?
Sure.
Let's ask
Hello.
her a question.
Hi there.
Need me to help you with something?
Not now, sorry.
Any new rumors flying around?
I just wish our mayor would care about us as much as he cares about his own greedy self.
Okay.
Bye.
We're up here. Well, let's hop in there. So running all the way back there. Now we'll go to the other store and buy more eggs and milk and veggies. I think we'll buy everything from I forget what her name is. We're gonna do our food run since it's a rainy day. Don't have to worry about daily quests today. That's not gonna happen. Get our food, so we'll have food to cook at the end of the day, so we got something to sell tomorrow morning and work on buying our food then. Yes, I know you're sleeping. We can't do quest for that until we start chapter 3 and we can plant seedlings, which I have.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Care to trade?
Sure.
Get some milk there. Let's ask her a question.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Any new rumors flying around?
I heard they are expecting some new chainsaws delivered to the store soon. A lot of folks around here could use those beauties, that's for sure.
Bye.
I kept on pressing the wrong button. I was pressing F4 instead of 4. I'm going crazy, guys. Nobody's talking to me anymore.
Hi there. Can I help you?
Care to trade?
Yeah, let's buy everything from her. Get some more mushrooms. Double our mushrooms. Okay, hop in the truck. Oh! Turned too soon. Okay. And since we're not going to see Lily because she's in her house. We're not going to get any social points today. We got all the money. Oh, we're going to make some more money by selling everything in the lumber mill that we can sell. Take this road so that way let's make a loop instead of a instead of driving up and turn around and drive back. Takes about the same time, so it really doesn't cut into that much, especially with this vehicle, because you go a lot faster.
Hello. How are you?
Care to trade?
Let's buy everything from her. We only had 12 mushrooms, so now we got 17 plus 12, so we're doing pretty good there. That's 17 plus 12 is should be 29. Okay, let's turn on the lights. I forgot, when you're driving in the rain, turn on your headlights so people can see you. Keep on forgetting to do that. I do that in real life. Turn my lights on at when the sun's going down so people can see me. I turn my lights on when I was responding to a fire call or a rescue call. Of course, I also had red lights and electronic. I actually had a siren because I was allowed to have a siren because I was the chief of the rescue squad, and I was a paramedic that was volunteering at the time, so I can be the first medic. And I also carried gear in my private vehicle. The medical director of Wayne County allowed me to carry paramedic supplies, cardiac monitor, and everything. So I forgot to stop at the store. You dummy. That's what you're doing. I'm a dummy. Sorry about that, guys. So we'll come here to the store. Let's see Jordan.
Hello, my friend. How are you? Take a look around. I'm sure I've got just what you need.
Care to trade?
I'll buy everything from there down. Okay, buy mushrooms. I could go hunt for mushrooms, but we got a lot of work we got to do today. What time is it? It's almost 8 o'clock. one more stop. Turn your headlights on. They will start selling all those birch planks, chipboard, and then we'll start loading up the dryers so we can sell them again.
Hello, may I help you?
Care to trade?
I got plenty of sausages. Okay, and we are done shopping. So we'll head back to the lumber mill. Lights. As a matter of fact, turning your lights on in the rain is a law here in North Carolina. And when they used to have state inspection stickers on there, on the back of it, it always said turn the lights on when raining, when wipers come on. So technically I don't need my lights because my wipers aren't working. This looks like a Land Rover. I think it is. I think it's an old Discovery Land Rover. It's 4x4. Oh, that's right. We didn't go see the lily side and buy the seeds. Yeah, we got plenty of fuel. Now we'll go to the lumber mill. We don't have a full load for the trailer, but we got a whole bunch of stuff we can sell over here. Come on, faster. Unload faster. Unload faster. There we go. Need one more. Need one more. Come on. There we go. Now let's go to the lumber mill. Okay, we'll sell our chipboard here. Open. Actually, I want to check with John, isn't it? Eric. I want to get out here and check with Eric.
Hello. Got a minute?
Just a minute. We're all busy here. What do you need?
Care to trade?
Nope, he doesn't have the new chainsaws yet. He has bigger. Okay, I was hoping maybe he had the new chainsaws, but that probably happens, unlocks when we get chapter 3 done. 1820. Now we'll start selling the birch planks. Got a lot of work to do today. A lot of work, a lot of work. Let me go this way. I know, you're not supposed to pass people on the right. I don't care. Really don't care if I pass people on the right. I do care if I pass them on the left. Going too slow in the oncoming traffic, I'm going to pass you on the right. Let's sell all this and make some money. Back up. Drive forward. We can get 3 of these. And make some more money. Hit the bird! Oh, missed the bird. So we're going to do a lot of running around here. $23.10. So we're at 17,000 euros. We need to be at least 20,000 euros, so we knock out a big chunk. Okay. We're doing good. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. It'll help grow this channel. Get this channel seen a little bit more. But we're getting things done here. Okay, we got some more. Let's just do this. Okay, I collect all 4 of these. Pull 4, collect 2 more. Back to the lumber mill. Oh, it's only 10:30, so we're doing good on time. And we got probably 2 more loads, 2.5 loads or something like that. We need to concentrate on paying our uncle back first, and we'll start fixing the rest of the buildings with the materials that we need. So another 2310. Okay, we're 19.5. That's good. So we'll definitely be over 20,000, which is what we want, because we want to pay off a good chunk. So we owe less than 200,000 euros. Right now we owe 219,000 and some change to our uncle, and if we can get under 200,000, that's just quicker and quicker. We can go ahead and make money. We'll cook food. We'll collect our food and make money off of that, but we won't give him any of that money until we do a load of that. So every 10 days he'll get a payment. so it should be quicker where we get the farm paid off. Which is great. I want to unlock. I got to figure out how to unlock mechanic skills so we can paint our vehicles. And that might be when we learn how to paint buildings. It might also allow us to paint vehicles and do some minor repairs. Who knows? Let's back up. Okay, let's start here. Stop, wait until this comes out. There we go. Let's get these two. Then I need 5 more from here. So let's get these 4. There we go. And we got our load. So we got another load of 7. Let's make another 2310. That's good. Be over 20,000. We should be about 2160 after we sell this load. The more money we make, the more money, the quicker we sell off, pay off our uncle. I know we're supposed to give him 50% of what we sell, but I find if we just pay him off every time we have a bunch of money, it's just quicker, and we'll make money off the food that we sell the following day. So that's good. So we don't have to worry about money that much right now. We're making money off the food, which is always good. Always make sure your greenhouse is stocked fully. Should get us 2160, right? Nope. 2854. 2154. Okay, at least I had 21 right. Yeah, maybe we'll get 25. Fortunately, we're not making any money on dailies today because of the rain. Everybody stays inside and sleep during the rain. I guess they all have metal roofs. I lived in a house that had a metal roof, and when it poured, you could hear the rain hitting the metal, and it put me to sleep every time. Even if it was during the day, I'd fall asleep watching TV. Then once it stopped raining, I would wake up. Unless it was nighttime, then I just slept until morning. Hey Jeremy, how are you doing today? Now, we'll be live streaming tomorrow. I will be, definitely. And of course, we'll be doing Lumberjack Dynasty. Then I'll be doing some videos on the weekend with Gold Rush, unless I figure out I'm going to start another game. So we'll have 4 left, so we'll have 5 items we can sell on the last load, because we got 1 of the wood of the chipboard, and we have 4 of the other ones. So money we make, and the more money we make, the more money, the quicker we pay off our uncle. So we'll see how we're doing. We're actually doing pretty good right now. $23.10, so that should put us over 25. Nope, 24,164. But I think when we sell the other 5 pallets, we'll go ahead and be over 25,000, which is what we want. We want to try to get over 25,000. Knock out a big chunk of the money we owe our uncle. So we pay this off, get our own lumber mill, keep all the profits. We don't have to worry about paying off our uncle. We can do a couple more, do more quests, which is great. And hopefully we can start dating and try to get a wife, so she can help out around the farm while I'm busy up with the lumber mill. And what else? Oh yeah, then we can start having children and start getting old. And then when we die, we'll have a child that can take over the business and continue our dynasty. Okay. And that should be it. And we'll get that 1 pallet over here. That pallet right there. Let's pull that in. So we got 5 pallets to take to the lumber mill. Then we gotta fill up the dryers again. Which is something we can do. I can do off camera. And I'm going to do something different this time. I'm actually going to, instead of sleeping for a week to help speed up time, I want to go ahead and start doing dailies every day, the sleep of the night, make our food, and see how much money we make this on food and quests, and go from there. Cut down some more forests. And we got a mixed load here, so we should have a mixed price. 1,580, that would definitely put us over 25. Yeah, 25,744. And 8 pence, or whatever you all call change in that have euros. So we'll go ahead. And knock that out. So we'll go ahead and park this vehicle. Bounce off the car. We got 49 birch trees that have been made, birch pallets that we need to load up, which I think it takes 32. Yeah, 32. 8 times 4 is 32. So we'll have another load, and then we'll cut down some more birch trees. Did a lot today. Finished cutting down the one lot that we own of trees. And we can start emptying this. We'll park this inside here. Okay. Okay. That looks good. Oh, before we do anything, let's go to game information. Let's give him all our money. And pass the money. Then go back to game information, and we will have 193 euros, 193,668 and 3 pence. So we're getting there. We're under 200,000, so that's good. So now I get to load the dryers up. And I'm going to do that off camera, guys. So if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and bell. That way you know when the latest videos I do come along and when I go live here on YouTube. Also, do me a favor, hit that like button. Every like I get gets my channel seen a little bit more, which will help grow the channel. I would really appreciate that. One thing I want to say, I appreciate all my subscribers. If you have any comments, suggestions, or anything like that, go ahead and leave them. And do me another favor. Be safe out there in the world. Have fun playing